The death of Russian opposition leader Alexei Navalny, along with more aggression from Russia in recent weeks, is raising security concerns around the world. Robert Moses joins us live from outside the Russian consulate on the Upper East Side, where a vigil was held last night. Good morning, Robert.
Tashani, good morning to you. East 91st Street has now been rechristened Navalny Street. It's a sign of how Alexei Navalny's death echoes here, but the question this morning is, will it echo loudly enough?
No matter how Navalny died, Putin is responsible.
The death of Alexei Navalny, Russian President Vladimir Putin's most well-known critic, in a Russian prison Friday, ratchets up the need for lawmakers to act here. So says Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer. Last week, the Senate overwhelmingly approved $60 billion in aid for Ukraine, but now that measure is languishing in the House.
The death of Navalny rings an urgent alarm bell that demands that House Speaker Johnson pass the bipartisan National Security Supplemental with the dire help that Ukraine needs in it.
The money for Ukraine is part of an aid package that House Speaker Mike Johnson has criticized for its lack of border measures. When the chair of the House Intelligence Committee, Mike Turner of Ohio, was asked yesterday if Johnson has given him any assurances that he would ensure the aid is approved, Turner hedged.
President Johnson has made a number of public statements committing to finding a pathway for the aid for Ukraine. I believe him. I think that we will.
Navalny's death, for which President Joe Biden also blames Putin, is one of several recent events that trouble American officials. They fear Russia is trying to put a nuclear weapon in space, and Russian forces recently captured a key Ukrainian city after Ukrainian forces withdrew, analysts say, because of a shortage of weaponry.
Vladimir Putin is a murderous thug, and what he is doing and the atrocities and the war crimes in Ukraine need to be responded to.
Former President Donald Trump has made his opposition to the aid package clear, and it is unclear if enough House Republicans will cross him to pass it. Last night, mourners continued to gather outside the Russian consulate on the Upper East Side to remember Navalny.
We want the whole world to understand that Putin threatens not only Russians and not only Ukraine at the moment, but the whole world.
Will lawmakers internalize that message? Schumer says they must.
The entire world is going to remember what the U.S. did here. And nothing would make Putin happier right now than to see Congress waver in its support for Ukraine.
According to a human rights group, nearly 400 people have been detained in 39 cities across Russia for publicly mourning Alexei Navalny. We're live on the Upper East Side this morning. Tashani, back to you.
Robert, thank you.